end this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. We know he's not even the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else.
All right,
just
Mr.
tell us the truth so we can have an honest debate.
Ambassador.
Yes, Vivi predicted this and it has finally happened. Before we go into this clip, first take a look at this.
Remember when Donald Trump said the media was the enemy of the people? I gotta admit, I didn't think that was really accurate when he said that, and I'm a former Democrat, but that was fast forward from 2016 to 2024, and I truly believe it today. And I'm gonna give an example of it. The left, the president, the media, everything, everybody's saying, stop the rhetoric. Stop the hate, the violence, all of this rhetoric that's divisive. And then they immediately start doing a story. I literally saw MSLSD do a story on Donald Trump's bandage about how it's exaggerated and just kind of looking for attention. Dude literally got shot. Blood was running down his face. He needed a bandage. If he wanted to make a spectacle and draw attention, he would have had the doctors put like a little mask mocking the whole wear a mask for 2 years bullshit that was being pushed by the left and the media. Y'all say one thing and then do another. It is totally sickening. And now I see it. Full on, I see it. Donald Trump was right. The media is the enemy of the people because there is no accountability that has to be made by them, by the shit they say, stoking the violence, stoking the division, all in the name of ratings.
Thank you. Before we proceed with this video, breaking news, multiple sources outline the apparent state of play on Biden at this time. Plan to announce withdrawal from nomination as early as this weekend, with Sunday most likely John polishing up remarks. Biden will not resign the presidency. Biden will not endorse Harris. Open conventions with Harris and about 3 others superdelegates will not be allowed to vote on first ballot. Harris is vetting at least 4 possible running mates, including Andy Beshear and possible Shapiro. More on this fluid. Okay, that is a situation that is arising in the Democrat Party. Yes, people speculated this, that Biden will be dropping out. I could not believe. I'm actually shocked that even top Democrats just confirmed this. It is over. Take a look at this video.
I think now it's impossible for Biden to stay in, even if he wants to stay in, because there's too many Democrats on the record saying he needs to get out. They question whether he can serve another term. How do they suddenly put that toothpaste back in the tube? Let's say they do it, and you try to put Biden out there. How do these people answer the question in their own political debates, in their own interviews with local television and with bloggers and with podcasts and all of the with regular voters? They're sitting here right now, basically the leaders of the Democratic Party making the case to the country, this man cannot serve another 4 years. Hard stop. By the way, we don't think he can win, but many of them are simply saying he can't serve another 4 years. How do they flip that? So at this point, essentially, he's been forced off, because I don't think we're getting to the point where I don't think he can win the nomination with his own delegates. Okay, he's losing control of that process too. So I'm not going to get into his head, but you know, this is going to be there's only Hunter Biden and Joe Biden left to tell him it's pretty clear to me that many of the non-relatives have come to a certain conclusion.
It's official. When you take a look at this article, you can clearly see it. Obama is telling allies Biden should resign at this point to keep his legacy. If you understand the kind of game Democrats are struggling to play here, you will see the picture of something. Kamala Harris will be the top person. From that article I read out at the beginning, it says it clear. Biden will not choose any candidate.
Joe Biden's been an extremely successful president. I will say, though, when you're told by members of Congress that they're losing, they're going to lose the House and the Senate if he stays on the ticket, when you're told by members of Congress who have seen the polls that you're losing swing states and that your numbers are going down in swing states, and states like Virginia, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Minnesota are now in play. And when your top fundraiser over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years is telling you the money's gone, the donors have all gone away, you know, it's really incumbent on people that are around Joe Biden to step up at this point and help the president and help the man they love and do the right thing. This is not going to end well if it continues to drag out. Look at the events of yesterday, the events of the last 3 weeks. And at some point, you know, I can tell you, Mike, the anger that I hear is not at Joe Biden. The anger I hear are at the people that are keeping him in a bubble.
Or who have their own interests.
Or who may have their own interests, some financial, in keeping him in the race.
Yes, though I disagree with this man, nearly everything, it makes sense here. There are people that were standing up, keeping him on the race. They pointed Hunter Biden, Obama, and Nancy Pelosi stood up with Chuck Schumer to go against Biden. And if these three people, Nancy, Chuck Schumer, Obama, go against him, there is nothing he can do. The only solution is to drop out. On Sunday, he will make it clear, I will not be Democrat nominee, but I will continue my presidency. The View is not taking this lightly. They had to cry on air.
The whole thing. You know, I think that he's going to drop out now. That's my feeling. I mean, I don't have any information, but when Pelosi gets into this, and Schumer and Schiff and Jeffries, and they all say it's time to go, you know, the COVID in a way is like a good way for him to get out, because he needs this time to show how strong he is, and he's sick, and the time is very, very short now. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I wouldn't put it past them to just say, look, Joe, we can't, you know, but Nancy Pelosi, she would not bring a vote to the floor unless she knew it was going to get passed. Yeah. This is not a woman who plays games, and she doesn't feel that he can win, I don't think. So, you know, when I saw her at the Democratic convention right before Trump beat Hillary, I said to her, what if he wins? And she said he's not going to win. I think she's learned her lesson, that she said he wasn't going to win, and then he did. So, you know, she's very cautious now. And we have to save the country somehow.
I mean, I think that's the reporting is coming out that behind the scenes, someone like a Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Schumer have spoken to the president and have explained to him that he has a great legacy to stand on. He's done a lot of wonderful things for the country, but it's time for him to pass the baton, much like Nancy Pelosi passed the baton to Hakeem Jeffries.
Right now, if Donald Trump just won, deep red, solid Republican. Light red, lean Republican. If he just won the states on this map that we have as either solid or leaning Republican, he's already the next president of the United States.
I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to. I also want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. We know he's not even the president of the United States.